Crash your PC?
Fucking Windows 11. Fucking Windows 11. I've never had as many blue screens, right, as I have since I've had Windows 11. I wish I could downgrade to Windows 10. But I've got so many fucking Windows 11 only programs now that I
Yeah.
can't go back to Windows 10, so I'm fucked on that respect. I wish I'd never installed Windows 11 now. It's just blue screen of death after blue screen of death. I
Have
never
you
had this.
have you got the new patch?
Yeah, I'm up to date with everything. I've just checked. I've just checked. Right. So anyway, let me see if we've got our viewers back. No, we've got no viewers. I lost them all. Fucking blue screen of death. Do you get any, Mickey?
No, but I have been disconnecting just lately, haven't I?
Yeah.
But to be honest, when I've been disconnecting, I've been looking at my router, and all three green lights are on. So I don't know if that's a Windows thing that keeps disconnecting me or what. So I don't know.
I just fucking oh.
Tracy says she's never had a blue screen in Windows 11 been on it.
I have. I get them on I get them regularly once a week. I never had them on Windows 10. It might be a program that I'm running here, Mickey, and the only way that I can do that is to actually reinstall Windows 11.
Yeah.
Which means that I've got to fuck around and put all the programs back on again.
No.
Which once you've got a lot of like OBS, just to set it up to stream like this, took a lot of configuration files and everything else. And if I reinstall Windows 11, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do. So it's one of those things. I don't want to do that. But I knew it was coming because I've been watching things in the background running a bit slow. So I knew that the blue screen of death was coming. It was a DPC watchdog error, whatever. Do you want to do a Wikipedia on me?
Yeah.
DPC _ watchdog _ error. That might give me a clue as to what caused it. DPC _ watch. Yeah. Oh, again. Whatever I said it was, Mickey. I've forgotten now. That's a chemo brain. But Windows 10 was the most stable operating system I've ever known.
DPC watchdog violation it keeps coming up as.
That's it, something like that. What is it?
Common issue in the Windows operating system. It's occurred due to some specific reasons, like unsupported SSD firmware, old SSD driver version, hardware incompatibility issues, or system files are corrupted.
Yes. No, I'll tell you what. Ever since I installed my 4 terabyte drive, I've had a few problems.
Yeah.
I've got a 4 terabyte HDD. The first 4 terabyte, it's a Seagate 4 terabyte drive. The first 4 terabyte drive I installed, I had a few problems with, and that failed, and I had to send it back to Seagate, and they sent me a brand new one. And since I put this 4 terabyte drive in, I've had a few problems. So I'm wondering if that is the problem. But I also have some SSD drives. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to disconnect. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll disconnect that 4 terabyte drive to see if I still have these problems. There's another problem I've been having with my disk drives. So I've been having a requester come. Every time I insert a memory card, I've got a dialogue come up saying there's no app on this drive that supports that. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? So now you've said that, the watchdog error, it's going to be one of my hard drives, isn't it?
Possibly, yeah.
I've only got one SSD. I've got 3 NVMe drives, and I've got one or 2 SSD drives. I don't know until I look. So I've got 3 NVMe drives. No, 2 NVMe drives and 2 SSD drives, an ordinary drive, and Yeah, and two ordinary hard disk drives, one terabyte and one 4 terabytes. So I wonder if it's the 4 terabyte. The 4 terabyte drive is compressed. Could that be the problem?
Possibly, yeah.
Let me uncompress the drive because I use that. It's called storage, and it's my main storage drive, and I've set it as a compressed drive so that I can get more than 4 terabytes on there. So let's where are we? Optimizing your drives, general, disk cleaner, compress the drive. No, let's untick that and apply. Uncompress, right. You need to provide administrative privileges, right? Okay, yep. Right, I'm uncompressing that. I'll probably take about a week now because it's probably near on 3.6 terabytes on that drive already. So that'll take a while. Probably crash my machine again, won't I? Right, anyway, yes, so I've been banned on Twitch, so let's run it, shall we? No, I haven't been banned on Twitch at all. I've been banned on by the way, I'm not running on Reddit. I can't be bothered, Mickey.
No.
Right, here we go. Here we go.
I can't see your camera, by the way. On I can now.
Thank you. Right, let's play. Let's set that up as full. Let's play that. Right, there we go. I went to log into Facebook and I got a notification saying that my account had been disabled and I could request a review. So I followed the procedure listed, which was to upload photo ID and request a review. I did that. Then on October the 11th, I got an email from Meta. My Facebook account, by the way, was a business account. I got an email from Meta saying that my Facebook ad had been approved for some trousers or a T-shirt, I think. And I looked at that and I thought, that's a bit strange because I certainly haven't set anything up to advertise on Facebook. Later that day, I got an invoice from Facebook showing one of my credit cards that I'd registered with Facebook for the purposes of advertising had been used to pay for the impressions on an advert that was running. Oh, now that can't be right because I certainly didn't set those adverts up. Then the next day, October the 12th, I got another. So what I did is, as soon as I got that invoice in, as I couldn't access my account to remove any cards, what I did is I made an immediate complaint to my credit card company that this was a fraudulent transaction. I stopped that credit card and hopefully they'll reverse that transaction. The next day, October the 12th, I got another invoice from my backup credit card, which was on record with Facebook. Again, there's no way that I could get into Facebook or Meta because all of my accounts were disabled to change or remove the cards. So again, I had to put in a fraudulent claim and I had to stop the credit card. Now, it's two of my cards that have been stopped. And that causes me a lot of problems, not just with Facebook, it's other things that those cards pay for. I'm now going to start to get emails and complaints from people saying that they couldn't take my payment, which is a real pain. Hopefully the new cards will come through pretty quickly. So first of all, my first warning is do not under any circumstances register any credit or debit cards with Facebook in case this happens to you. On October the 13th, I got an email from Facebook stating that my review had been completed and I was ineligible to use Facebook. And that was it. I was permanently disabled with no route of appeal at all. Facebook have shut me down from appealing every avenue, including my Instagram account. Now, up until this evening, I'd been looking at it and I've been thinking, how is it possible for somebody to actually access my account after it's been disabled and I can't get into it? How are they getting into it to run ads? Then I remembered that's not how it works. So what happens is you set up the ads in advance and you wait for Facebook to approve it. And once Facebook approve it, they then run it and charge on the schedule. So I've been doing a lot of research and I've found out what the hackers are actually doing. At some point on Sunday, my Facebook account was hacked. Now, I've got to be honest and say, I really don't understand how this account became hacked. That is a complete mystery to me, because I had two-factor authentication set on my Facebook account. So if somebody logged into my Facebook account, why did I not get a two-factor authentication warning? I don't understand how they bypassed the 2FA. My password was 10 digits long, upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and I believe special characters. I don't know, because I used RoboForm to generate the password. Very complicated password, so you can't guess it. And I don't click on links in emails. And the only thing I can do is I've been searching through forums, Reddit, on the internet, and a couple of times I've come across people saying it's when you've used your Facebook login to access another site. Quite often, a site like Adobe, for instance, I've stopped it now, but I used my Facebook account to log into Adobe. So when I went to Adobe, it said, "How would you like to log in?" And I clicked Facebook, and then I'd log in. I've heard from a couple of other people that there are some sites out there that actually capture your Facebook login details and pass them on to the scammers. Now we come to the part of what I've now established has happened. Again, I've done a lot of research on Reddit and on Google as such, and this is what happens. Your account is hacked. The hacker then goes into your Meta account and sets the ad up, knowing that the ad will run in 24 or 48 hours. As soon as they've set the ad up, they then go onto your Facebook account and they post on your newsfeed something so horrendous that Facebook will instantly shut your account down. I won't tell you what it was that was posted on my account, because in case YouTube's algorithm picks it up and bans me, but let's suffice to say, I believe it was something to do with children. I will show you. You'll see on the background here the actual messages I got from Facebook. Now, obviously, I'm a father of 4. I'm a grandfather of 11. I would never, ever, ever entertain doing anything like that for children. And it shouldn't be too hard for Facebook to work out. It wasn't my IP address that posted it. But they won't. They just instantly shut your account. As soon as you do it, they shut your account. And they've shut me off with no way to appeal it at all. Although what I have done is I've written some snail mail letters to the CEO of Facebook UK and the CEO of Facebook US. I don't hold out much hope. Oh, I've also lodged a complaint with the California Attorney General's office, which is another way of trying to reinstate your Facebook account after it's been hacked. But that's what happens. The hackers come in and they post something so obscene on your Facebook newsfeed that Facebook instantly close your account, meaning you can't get in to stop the ads from running, and you can't get in to stop and remove your credit cards. That's why they've done it, to stop you from removing your financial details from Facebook. So please, even if you pay for games on Facebook, right, do not do what I did and register a primary and a secondary payment method. That was a big mistake. I only did that because I was planning to run some adverts. Absolutely crazy of me to do it. I don't know why I did it. I believed that Facebook was secure, but they're not. And that's what happens. The hackers lock everybody out of your account so that you can't change any details, and these Facebook ads will run regardless. And Facebook won't stop them because they won't, and I don't know why. They've disabled my account, but they don't disable the ability to run ads on it. And that's what happens. And that's the situation I find myself in. For me, it's a real gutter, because if you know anything about me, this on my arm, this is my PICC line dressing. PICC stands for peripherally inserted central catheter. I've got a line that runs into my arm, up through the vein, into my heart. It's how I receive my chemotherapy drug. Chemotherapy? Well, I've got an incurable cancer called follicular lymphoma. Follicular lymphoma is a blood cancer. It means ordinarily my immune system is because it's a blood cancer and it's in my lymphatic system, it actually affects my immune system, making me susceptible to diseases. So when the COVID pandemic started back in 2020, the medical advice was stop working, which I did do, and I medically retired so that I could stay indoors and stay away from people. So for most of 2020 and most of 2021, the only times I went out from this house were for hospital or medical appointments. In 2022, about March, the COVID figures seem to have dropped. So I thought it might be a bit safe for me to go out. So I started to venture out on a Sunday night to a local pub, a micro pub, not inside the pub because it would still be dangerous for me to be in large crowds of people indoors. So I'd sit out in the beer garden on my own away from people, and the staff who knew me would come out and serve me, which is absolutely great. I did that for about 6 weeks, and then the COVID figures started to increase again, so I had to come back indoors again. Also, while this was happening, my cancer got a lot worse, and it was decided back in August that they would put me on chemotherapy, and the chemotherapy started in September. It's a very, very aggressive chemotherapy called R-CHOP, which really does a lot of bad things to your body, including taking all your hair. And it doesn't make me feel very good at all. In fact, I've had a lot of problems, including a week and a half ago, my gallbladder burst, and I had to have an emergency surgery to have my gallbladder out. Now, one of the drugs that I have on chemotherapy is called rituximab. And this rituximab further lowers my immunity, which means while I'm on this chemotherapy for 6 months, and I've got another 6 months of it, I really do have to keep away from people, and I really have to self-isolate at home. Now, I'm absolutely gutted. I mean, I'm not going to cry tears here. I may cry later, but I'm trying not to. I must admit, I'm struggling not to go into depression over it. The loss of Facebook has hurt me, and it's hurt me badly. It's come on top of having to restart chemo for a cancer, having emergency surgery that I'm still recovering from. Facebook was my window on the world. It was my way of communicating with people worldwide. And I have hundreds and hundreds of friends on Facebook and relatives, friends and relatives on Facebook, that were behind me and supporting me and helping me. Facebook was my support network to help me through this cancer. That's been taken away from me. I have friends and relatives all over the world now that I have no way of contacting. They have no idea what's happened to me. They have no way of contacting me. Facebook was our only way of contact. I had that account 12 years. My life was on Facebook. All my friends are on Facebook. I've got a few personal friends, but that's it. The majority of my friends were on Facebook, and that was the only way we communicated with each other, apart from, say, half a dozen who I've kept on as WhatsApp. But we all communicated with each other on Facebook. I've lost them all. I've completely lost my support network. Just when I really needed it. Now I'm faced with going through this literally on my own, and I don't know what's going to happen to the future. It really is a major blow, losing that account. I can't describe it. I mean, I've got cousins in America and Australia that I was in regular contact with, but I have no idea what their email addresses are. I've tried searching for them on Google and I can't find them. I have no way of contacting them to tell them. They've got no way of knowing what's happened to me. What I have done is I've fired up some bulletin board software on the URL stevewoodmore.com. That's a bulletin board. In the hope that somebody, I've sent it off to Google indexing, in the vain hope that some of these people might actually search for me, and somehow it turns up that URL so they know where to find me. Other than that, I'm gutted. There are people worldwide that were supporting me. I was also very active in the cancer support forums for lymphoma on Facebook, the UK lymphoma support forums, the Lymphoma Action, lots of other support forums for cancer. Not only was I getting support for the terrible time I'm going through, I was also giving support for people that had just started out on this journey, and all that's been taken away from me. And I'm not one to go into tears, and I may not look depressed to you right now, but you have no idea how much this has hurt me. The other thing, since I've been mentioning on Facebook, took away my Instagram account as well. Since I've been mentioning on Twitter and Reddit that my Facebook account has been banned, I have been bombarded with people telling me, "Oh, contact this guy or contact that guy, and they will get your account back." No, they won't. The scammers. The scammers. That's just scammers. I mean, that's just adding insult to injury. All right. All they're out to do is scam me, and I'm not stupid, which is why I can't understand how my Facebook account got hacked. I do not click on links. I do not click on links in emails. I'm very careful. I just cannot understand how somebody got into my Facebook account. But they did, and I don't know what else to say, what else to do. I've run out of options. I have, if these letters go unanswered, if this complaint to the California Attorney General goes unanswered, I have some other tricks I might try. But as of right now, I'm faced with the prospect of going through my own personal hell with cancer and chemotherapy with no support. I've lost my support network. I've got my partner, she's fantastic, and I've got my children, they're fantastic, but I haven't got the other people that I had, and I had a whole support network, and that is absolutely destroying me, not being able to talk and react with those people. Absolutely destroying me. I never realised how much of an important part of my life Facebook was. But there we go. I'm open to suggestions. Please don't tell me you know somebody who can get my account back, because that makes you and them, that makes them a scammer, and you assisting them scamming, right? Okay, it can't happen. You're scammers, all right? But I'm at a complete loss of what to do. I wish I knew what to do. I would love to have my Facebook account back, and in 28 days, it's going to be permanently deleted. On the upside, I managed to download my data from Facebook, so all the thousands of pictures that I put up on Facebook over the years, I've managed to save. That's one saving grace. I just wish I could download my friends list. That's all I would ask. Even if you're not going to give me my account back, give me the ability to contact my friends. That's what the people on my friends list. Over 500 of them. Some gaming friends, but mostly personal friends and friends that are helping me through this hell of cancer that I'm going through. I've got chemotherapy tomorrow. I'm really not looking forward to that. Normally I'd be chatting while I'm having my chemotherapy. I'll be on Messenger chatting to people. They'd be supporting me. They'd be going through with me. I've got to sit in a room. My partner isn't even allowed into the chemotherapy suite with me. I've got to sit there for possibly 8 hours on my own, having all this nasty shit put into me to make me better, but nobody to talk to. I can't communicate with my friends, my relatives, my loved ones. They've taken that all away from me. So that's my story. Just thought I'd share it with you. That's all I can really say. No, that's my
If you've got
story.
a boring voice, you can do something about it. It's possible.
I've just got to turn my browser off. Hang on. Oh fucking hell! I've got something going on in the background here. I'm going to have to shut all my browsers. Hang on. Nope, that hasn't done it. That's done it, right? Okay, that's done it. Yeah. You want me to run the other one, do you, Mickey?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll run the other one.
It makes it more poignant, puts it all into perspective.
Hang on, I'll run the other one.
I think, yes.
Here we go. Just give me a minute. And you'll see them pumping the red shit into me that I was telling you that makes my piss red. Let me just put another browser source up. And we'll run that. Okay, no problem, Tracy. Just bear with me while I'm just running something up on a browser source here. So sort that out. Go back to the beginning. pause it and put it full screen for you. Right, this is my other video. Let's move that across. There we go. It's only a short one, only about 2 minutes. Let's play that. Is that red shit, Mickey?
Yeah, yeah.
Here I am in a treatment suite of
I know you can't hear it, but they
my
should be able to
local
hear it on
hospital,
Twitch.
having
Can
my
you confirm that you
chemotherapy.
can hear it, Tracy? If
and
you want to
for
hear
the
it, you
first
should have to go
time
on Twitch to
during
hear it.
chemotherapy. This is my 4th time having chemotherapy. For the first time ever, I feel truly alone, very lonely. The staff here are absolutely great. No two ways about that. The staff here are fantastic. But my partner is not allowed to be with me at all in the treatment suite. And I'm on my own, which normally I don't mind because I'd be on Facebook and Messenger and I'd be chatting with all of my friends. But I've been banned from Facebook permanently. I was banned because my account got hacked and somebody did something very nasty while they hacked my account. So Facebook have disabled it and disabled me permanently. And I miss it. I miss the sitting here for 8 hours. The chemo takes between 6 and 8 hours. I miss sitting here and chatting with the friends and sharing the minutiae of our days, watching their posts about their kitchen or their allotment or their dogs or their cats and where they've been on holiday and what the latest conspiracy theory is or where they've taken their recent run to, even what their dinner is. And I miss that, and I miss being able to post a status saying I'm on chemotherapy and people just coming along and saying, well, cheer up, you know, it'll all soon be over soon. That doesn't happen anymore. I've got none of that. And it's very lonely, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's I know some people will say it's only Facebook, but I didn't realise just what a great part of my life it was until they took it away from me. I've had so much go wrong. I'm on a very aggressive chemotherapy hard shot. I had to have emergency surgery 2 weeks ago to have my gallbladder out. I'm still recovering from that. I'm feeling ill from the chemotherapy, and then on top of that, Facebook banned my account for 30 days, and not 30 days permanently. And I'm really struggling not to get into a depression. I really am. And it's hard not to. But it is what it is, and I guess I'll have to make the best of it. I don't like it one little bit though. It really is very lonely now. That's all.
Well, there you go. So that's that. Yes, Tracy, I can actually upload. I forgot I can actually upload those directly to Twitch, so I will do that. Just got to download them, but yeah, I can do that. But I can upload the vids to Twitch directly. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me of that. I can do that. At least I think I can. I'll just double check. Here we go. I hope you had plenty of cigarettes there, Mick. I've scared all our viewers off. I scared all our viewers off, Mickey.
Oh well, never mind.
Oh well. Oh, they're back now. Look, see, as soon as I stop, they're back.
Yeah.
So they obviously don't want to hear my story, but there you go. There you go.
No, but I think that just puts things into more perspective. Just brings the human side to it. Because I know we're sitting here talking about it, but I found particularly that second one very poignant, to be fair. Yeah, it's a bit heartbreaking, really, but it is what it is, isn't it? Hopefully,
yeah, and I run Malwarebytes and Total AV.
Yeah.
And between the two of them, they should protect me completely. But obviously, both of them have let me down, and I'm gonna. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write to the support of. I don't know if you know what Malwarebytes is, do you?
Oh, I know what Malwarebytes is, yeah.
Yeah, I run that. I run CC. I run 3 programs, Mickey. I run Malwarebytes. I run CC Cleaner. and I run Total AV.
Yeah.
And I also got Microsoft Defender.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, Total AV is supposed to be the best antivirus there is out there. It's recommended by all the magazines, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So between them, they should. I mean, Malwarebytes is so good. It identifies Total AV as a virus.
Yeah, it does. With I use Bitdefender, and it identifies that as a virus or a pup.
Yeah, that's it. What have you done? Excluded it from scans?
No, I was excluded Malwarebytes from the fucking computer because it came up with so many false positives.
Oh right. Oh. Okay.
I've got Bitdefender, and it's a total suite. It does everything. So I mean, yeah, you do have to pay for it.
Yeah, well, same with Total AV.
But yeah, I use Bitdefender, but I mean that'll even give me a VPN if I want to pay extra for it a month. But
I've got my VPN is with CyberGhost.
yeah, but I haven't got VPN. But yeah, I use Bitdefender for everything. It's
What do I think about the downsizing of King Charles' coronation? I have to be honest, Miss Mouse. I don't know too much about it. I've not really read the news just lately. My head has been elsewhere. I'm having to deal with the chemotherapy, and I've at the moment I've having to deal with chemotherapy and the side effects of that, which are actually quite nasty. I'm also having to deal with the fallout of losing my Facebook account, and I'm also getting my BBS up and running, which the link is just there. I'd urge everyone to join so I can stay in touch with people. And at the same time, I've got some Gmail problems that I'm trying to bug fix with Gmail, and I've got some server problems because my BBS and my BBS and my blog are hosted on a virtual private server, and I'm having some major problems with the emails on there. So I've got a lot of bug things to do to do it there. But that's I haven't really looked at the news. Mickey, do you know anything about it?
vaguely. I did hear that he was going to downsize, but how he was going to downsize it, I don't know. How it's going to be done. I think basically they should leave it alone. But then again, Tracy's happy that he's downsizing, but no, I think they should leave it because it's a bit of pageantry that doesn't happen every day. Yeah, I know we got to pay for it, but I mean,
No, we don't pay for it. It comes from no, we don't pay for it at all. We don't pay for the coronation at all. We only pay for the security of the coronation.
yeah.
The coronation is actually paid for out of the estate of the. Since he's inherited since he's become king, he's inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, which gives him an income, I think, of about 20 billion a year.
Oh right.
So no, we don't pay for his coronation.
Well,
Here we go. Right, this is what I get on my T drive. This file does not have an app associated with it for performing an action. Please install an app, or if one is already installed, please create an association in the default app setting page. I've never seen that before.
I haven't got a clue what it means.
I haven't got a clue
No
what it
idea
means.
what it means.
No idea. So it might be my T drive. An error occurred while applying attributes to the file. A device which does not exist was specified. Try again. See, sometimes it's not recognising my T drive, so I bet that's the fucker that's causing all my problems. So I'm going to whip that out tomorrow and see what happens. Although it's 16 hours remaining, because I'm going to leave my PC on all night. 16 hours remaining to uncompress that drive, Mickey.
Oof.
But I bet it's fucking. That's what it is.
Well, I can't
That
think what else
fucking-
it could be, really. I mean, going
No.
from what I've just read on the net there. But as for downsizing it, he's also on about downsizing the royal family as well, i.e. cutting Harry out totally. I know.
Yeah, Ginger and Winge, yeah.
Yeah,
Cut 'em out.
I know he's left already, but they're on about totally cutting him out.
Yeah.
And
so
end
they
of the
should.
day, whether he does royal duties or not, he's still fucking family. You know what I mean? He's still family. Surely you got to have some feelings for your family. You don't just cut them off.
You certainly don't shit on them publicly like he
No,
did.
not like this lot have.
Right.
You know, I find that fucking diabolical. To be fair.
I do
Oh,
as
there we
well,
go
Mickey. I
again.
do. Yeah. No.
Sorry. But yeah, I can't understand it.
Oh God, if I'm gonna have to leave my PC
And
on
did
tonight,
you
I'm gonna have
know,
to.
right, that he's chosen the day of his coronation is the day of Harry's son's birthday.
No, I didn't know that.
He's
Was that
chosen
deliberate?
that day of all the fucking days in the year. He's chosen that day to have his coronation. I find that fucking diabolical. I do. I find that really, that's disgraceful. They won't use nuclears, Mousy. Trust me, they won't use it. No? What date? The date of the king's coronation is Harry's son's birthday.
My hope is my hope is a simple one, right? If Russia uses low yield nukes in Ukraine, which is what it's about, my hope is that somebody like France or United States or even us, because we're nuclear powers, give Ukraine a nuke.
Yeah.
Then that won't start a war because Russia will nuke Ukraine and Ukraine will nuke Russia back, and Russia can't claim it was anybody else but Ukraine. That's, I think, is the ideal solution. But I mean, I think if Russia use a nuke in Ukraine, it's very dangerous because you've got Poland borders Ukraine, Romania borders Ukraine. What other NATO countries border Ukraine, Mickey?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but
But if any radioactivity drifts across the border into
it's an act
Poland
of
or
war.
into... Huh?
It's an act of war.
It's an act of war, yeah. If it drifts across into Poland and if it drifts across into Romania, it's considered as an attack on NATO, which means the whole of NATO become involved, which means the United States. So it's a very difficult one, and I think Putin knows this. I think if he drops a nuke, I think he knows how fucked he is, because his army is just before this Ukrainian debacle. I always thought if there was ever a land war in Europe, Russia would win it against NATO forces. All of the sci-fi novels I've read, Russia have always won a land war, and I always thought Russia would win it because of the fact that how they did in the Second World War. When Germany invaded, they turned the tide and they turned Germany back, and the Americans think they won the Second World War. It didn't. Effectively, it was the Russians. The Russians bled Germany dry, and sucked in so many forces from Germany that they couldn't defend on two fronts. Does your leader even know he's an American? Just, or what time it is, or which country it is, because he strikes me as having some serious dementia. So it's. And I always thought that Russia was a force to be reckoned with, but they've shown themselves to be absolute shit, haven't they, Mickey?
Yeah.
The
thing is, Putin wants to do these things. The Russian people don't want to. They don't want to know, which is why they're running away. They don't want to know. It's not something they believe in. It's not something that they want to be doing. It's so yeah. Obviously, that their heart's not in it. Now, Second World War is totally different. Their country was invaded, and everyone. I know we had Stalin then, but everyone pulled together to chuck the Germans out, and that was real good effort. And like you say, without that going on, we would have never had D-Day.
No, we would never have had it. The Russians, and I mean the Russians. A lot of people forget that the Russians lost over 20 million dead in the Second World War.
But they were just throwing them. They were just throwing them at them, Steve. I mean, their tanks were inferior, but it's just the sheer numbers that they were throwing at them. But you're right, Mousy. Putin does look sickly. Apparently, he's got cancer. But what sort of cancer, I don't know. But apparently,
I was saying to Sean, we were discussing this with Sean yesterday, and we both agree. I think the best result to this is an internal coup d'etat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I think is the best result, that somebody from inside Russia replaces Putin and Russia step back from the brink. Because I actually think Ukraine are going to push Russia all the way back, and then they're going to take back Crimea.
Yeah. Well, they've already blown. See, that's another thing about Alexei Lav, that Ukraine blew up the bridge to the Crimea, and Putin turned around and said it's an act of terrorism. Well, what the fuck is invaded another country if it's not an act of terrorism? I just can't understand it.
And I want to know who blew up those gas pipelines.
Yeah. Russia, probably.
Yeah, the gas pipelines that supply Europe. Why would Europeans blow up the gas pipelines that supply them?
No.
No, you know, it's very. And also, have you noticed just lately the amount of high-profile Russians that are accidentally falling out of windows or falling off of boats?
Yeah. A lot of high, what they call them, oligarchs.
Yeah, oligarchs. Yeah. One of them was in hospital. He fell out of a hospital window.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to fall out of a hospital window? I was in hospital for a week last week, right? And I was right next to a window, and I couldn't open the fucker any more than that.
Exactly.
You know why I could fall out of that? I could get my leg in there, and that's about it.
Yeah, you're right. It is about 9, 10, something like that.
Yeah, one of them fell off a boat. That's fucking hard to do as well.
Yeah.
There's some very strange things going on in Russia, and of course, everybody thinks that we're not. They think we're not stupid. They must think we're stupid, or people are stupid if they don't believe that these things are happening. So,
thing is,
it's a very strange country.
Putin's an ex-KGB man. He wants to see us return to the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever it was.
Well, he already has with his army. His army's definitely from the 1960s, Mickey.
Well, some of his tanks are from the 70s and 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the same ones that I was facing back in the 70s. So
I read somewhere that the biggest supplier of arms to Ukraine is now Russia.
Yeah, it is. Because
they're just running away and abandoning their
leaving it.
And hasn't Russia? Is it a T-34? Russia's got this really shit hot tank.
Yeah.
And they won't put it in the battle, will they?
Oh, that's a T-14 Armata.
Oh right, a T-14. It's
T-14
a really shit hot
Armata.
tank.
It's their newest one. They reckon they've got 200 of them, but there's only ever been 2 seen, and they've seen demos. So,
Have they put them in the battle anywhere in Ukraine?
No, they won't. You won't see them because I don't think they're battle ready. I don't think they're. They're supposed to be better than the Abrams and the Challenger, but no, they won't put them in. They ain't got enough of them, so they're relying on 70s, 80s technology, basically.
And corruption, from what I gather, is running rife in the army.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I don't think China will get involved, Mousy.
No, I don't think China will get involved. I think China is.
I think China has already told fucking Russia that if he uses a nuke, there will be serious problems.
Yeah.
And Japan India as well have told him that.
Of course, India are a nuclear country, aren't they?
India's told him there'll be serious problems. So I don't think we'll be seeing any of them shenanigans. The thing is, you get rid of Putin, who do you replace him with? Another despot.
I wouldn't originally. When Putin came, who was the guy with the Khrushchev? Not Khrushchev.
No, Mikhail Gorbachev.
Gorbachev, yeah.
He's the one that was in charge when the wall came down.
Yeah. Now he was a decent Russian.
Yeah.
Boris Yeltsin. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeltsin came after.
Yeah.
Gorbachev.
He never caused any real problems, did he?
No. But he was ousted. But the thing is, I mean, Putin was voted in, and then he changed the rules, so it's impossible to vote him out.
Yeah.
And when they do have elections, they're that fucking rigged. Yeah.
I think that's normal for Russians. I think that's normal for Russians, isn't it, Yeltsin? Every Russian I know's been a drunk.
Yeah, they like the vodka.
Yeah, I think that's normal for Russians. All right, Russians like vodka and anal sex.
You're
That's
right,
what.
Long Tour. He did lose control and it dissolved. But that was
Yeah,
probably the best thing that could have happened. Well,
yeah.
short
Well,
term,
that's the
but
best thing, short term.
I mean, it reunited Germany, it freed Poland and a lot of the
Yep.
Baltic states, and yeah, and I think if Putin had managed to take Ukraine, which he expected to do within a week, he expected them to all welcome him with open arms. I think that Ukraine wouldn't have been the last of it. I think he'd have carried on and tried to take back more of the Baltic states.
But I honestly think that the best result would be
Somebody
an
putting
internal.
a bullet in his head, but
Yeah, a coup.
he's that paranoid that he's still hid up in bloody Moscow.
Yeah. I think an internal coup, and I think whoever would be in charge would. I think somebody. I can't understand how Putin could. They do protest. The Russian people do protest. They're arrested en masse. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I hadn't noticed, Tracy, but thank you. I was going to look. I was going to look. Thank you for looking. So, thank you for deleting them. Yeah, yeah, obviously. There are some strange people out there like that.
But what's Putin in his 70s now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just had his 70th birthday.
Yeah. And he's still knocking off that young bloody Russian what was she? Gymnast, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he could. I wish I could.
But she's all over him like a rash. She thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread.
And his daughter, well, no, his closest advisor's daughter was killed in a bomb attack last month, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strange. It's very strange.
I mean, the thing is with the Russian people, they're fed fucking bullshit and they're banned from listening to anything from outside the country. So, you know, they
Let's
probably...
just change tack for a second. Tracy, did you get their IDs and can you report them? Right, carry on, Mickey.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that they can't...
It might have even been Putin's daughter. No, it was the daughter of one of his closest advisors, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think his advisor's daughter. She got blown up in a bomb. Again, Putin's blaming everybody else, but I think we know the reason for that.
Yeah. That's just so his advisor doesn't get above his station, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think one of his daughters lives in Switzerland, I believe.
I believe so as well. I believe you might be right.
With that gymnast, he's got two kids. I think they're in Switzerland.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I believe. So I can't understand why. Not that I should ever suggest it. That they haven't sort of disappeared, been sort of kidnapped or something.
It's again just changing tracks. It's funny, Tracy, because I get I'm looking at my Twitch stats. I'm obviously on my OBS, but I'm looking at my Twitch stat, and my Twitch stats say there's been no clips made of this stream. Normally, when somebody makes a clip, I get an advisory, but there's been no clips. But it's not a problem. We'll know next time. I feel a bit of an idiot that I fell for that, but I did watch that several times. And I had it running for quite a while before I agreed to put it on the stream. Didn't you, Mickey?
Yeah, I did. I looked at it. I clicked on the link, and it was an article. I didn't see any of that shit until it went up on the stream.
Yeah, so it's obviously triggered
Yeah.
by using a browser source. So,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, there's some annoying people out there, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully we've cleaned it all up and all evidence of it has gone. So I'll probably find out tomorrow morning. My Twitch account has been suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably happen to me. Right, anyway, yeah. So the Russian people, I believe, I've seen lots of news reports that since he brought in conscription, Russian people have been trying to leave Russia in droves. And there's been mass protests in all the major cities with arrests constantly. That's what I'm seeing. Isn't it you, Mickey?
Yeah. Yeah. Those that are protected, yeah, they just, well, swept up off the streets en masse.
Yeah.
Shipped off to the gulag, no doubt.
No doubt. I mean, the mass arrests, there are mass protests in St. Petersburg, Moscow, mass protests. And the border between Russia and Finland, I think, currently has got a 5-mile tailback of people waiting to cross. And I believe the airport, I know the name of Moscow's main airport, but I can't think of it. Donetsky?
I don't know.
Is that the name of Russia's main airport? All flights were cancelled the other day. All flights outbound were cancelled because they couldn't keep up with the demand.
No, it's
The
because he
people
called up 300,000 people and people were trying to get out of the country before they got hold of them.
So they don't want
There's
to
a lot.
take any part of it because it's not a justified. It's funny. I think back. Obviously, the people in America won't understand this, but I think back to the Falklands War in 1982, and when we went to war in 1982 with Argentina, although it wasn't a war. Yes, Longtail, we know all about the Western Plains stuck in Russia. It wasn't a war. We called it a war, but it wasn't really a war. It was an armed conflict. When the Falklands conflict happened, not only did we send a task force down to Argentina and kick them off the Falklands, but the Army, Navy and Air Force recruiting offices here had people at the doors ramming and queuing round the corner to join the forces, didn't they, Mickey?
Yep. Yeah.
But when the Iraqi war came in, nobody was interested. They thought, fuck that, it's because it's not a justified war. They didn't want to know. And the second Iraq war, the same thing happened. Nobody wanted to join up. Nobody sent our troops off. Nobody cheered the troops home because it wasn't a justified war. Not like the Falklands conflict. So that's what happens when you had to have been in. You had to be British to understand that the swell of pride that went through the country in 1982, March 1982. You had to be British to understand. You had to be here to understand the swell of pride that went through the country when we went off to kick the Argentinians off of the Falklands because it was totally justified. But then the next two wars we became involved in, the Iraqi war and three wars, Iraq and Afghanistan. We're not proud of it, are we, Mickey?
Nope. No.
It's totally, it's a total embarrassment. Two unjustified wars, and a third one to be we shouldn't be involved. We're not the world's policemen. We were the world's greatest empire, but that ended in 1920, over 100 years ago now. But we are not the world's policemen, and we should stop trying to be the world's policemen. Is it fair for England to own the Falklands? Well, it's not England, it's Great Britain that owns the Falklands, not England. England is just one country in Great Britain.
The question I want to ask is, do the Falklanders want to be British?
That's the question to ask. Do the people that
and they'll
live
100% tell you that they want to be British. They want to remain British, and it should be up to them to determine their own,
Yeah, we've lived on the Falkland Islands for 150 years. Okay, and for 150 years, the population of the Falkland Islands, every time they've been asked, without a doubt, the Falkland Islands, without a doubt, I've said 100%. It's 200 miles off the coast of Argentina. Try swimming it.
It's like Britain saying, "Oh, Ireland's ours" because it's fucking 50 mile off the coast of fucking Wales.
You try swimming 200 miles. Doesn't matter how it's near. Doesn't matter if it's near. We're near France. France don't claim to own us. We're 26 miles from France. They're not saying Britain should be French. It's not about geography. No,
Like I
the
said, it's
Falkland
down to
Islands,
the islanders to determine.
self-determination.
Yeah.
And the islanders, without exception, every single one of them have said they want to be British.
I mean,
Which
before
is wrong.
we actually colonised that island, there was nobody but penguins and fucking
Yeah.
seals on the islands.
And the penguins were British.
And yeah, they were. Yeah, they were all wearing black and white tuxedos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We
yeah. I should, like I say, it should be left to the people to determine who. I mean,
Long tour,
obviously
can I ask?
they
Can
can't.
I ask what country you're in? Can I ask what country you're in, Long tour? Just out of curiosity, let's just ask
did.
what country you're in.
They did. They took.
But
I think they took Manchuria, which
Yeah.
at the end of the Second World War, which the Japanese had occupied, which the Chinese.
internal engine combustion engine, right? Okay. But please don't lecture me on should the Falklands be British when you fucking own half of Cuba. All right, don't go there. All right, you're no saint yourself. Don't go there when we can talk about Diego Garcia. All right, let's not talk about the Virgin Islands. All right, let's not talk about it. Right? So you know,
Yeah. Well,
So-
we have got the British Virgin Islands as well, though, Steve.
yeah. So you know, you know, it's like well, every time. I'll tell you what, right? It's hypocrisy. Oh yes, you're in Iceland, right? Yeah, you're in Iceland. But it's hypocrisy, right? It's like it makes me laugh every time the Spanish kick off about us owning Gibraltar, right? Which is a tiny part of Spain. Spain forgets to mention Ceuta and Melilla, which they've got in Spain, in Morocco. They own 2 enclaves in Morocco, about the same size as Gibraltar, funnily enough, right on the edge of Morocco. But they don't mention that bit when they say, oh, we want Gibraltar back because it's on Spain, which is part of Spain. They don't offer to give the Moroccans back. Google them, Mickey. Mickey, what does Wiki Mickey say about Ceuta and Melilla?
I don't know how you fucking spell it.
IT.
Yeah. I don't know how you spell it, so I don't know what Wiki says about it. But I mean, by long tours, you know, the Canary Islands aren't Spanish.
No.
By his
They're
way
African.
of thinking.
Yeah.
Because they're off the coast of Africa.
Yeah.
Is it Algeria they're off the coast of? So surely that must belong to Algeria. Huh. That's the same sort of logic. Hello, best pal. Morocco, that's it. Morocco, yeah.
Half Morocco and half Morocco and half the next country down. Tanzania. Oh, I don't know. There you go, Mickey. Wikipedia that, mate. Wikipedia that. And you'll find just how hypocritical the Spanish really are. And they are seriously hypocritical.
Spain's 2 autonomous cities, which are often referred to together in a wider sense. To all modern Spanish possessions in North Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is one of several Spanish territories in Africa, and along with Melilla and the Canary Islands, the only ones permanently inhabited by civilian population.
So technically, when Spain moan about us having Gibraltar, they sort of forget about Ceuta and Melilla, don't they?
Yeah.
They sort of conveniently don't mention that. They hope the world doesn't remember that Spain actually has a foothold in Morocco.
And
Um,
Ceuta, or whatever it's called, is directly opposite Malta.
yeah. Gibraltar, you mean?
As I said, Ceuta is nearly opposite Gibraltar.
You said Malta.
Well, sorry, Gibraltar.
Yeah, yeah. Cutia, it's pronounced Cutia. Cutia Malia.
However it is.
Yeah. When I occasionally play with my ham radio, that's one of the places that I get to quite often on the high frequency bands.
You'll see QDX in.
Yeah, CQDXing, because for my sins, did you know I'm a licensed Class 1 full ham radio operator? Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you're as ham-fisted as that as you are at this, you don't get very far, do you?
That's because I started off at CB with CB in the 1980s.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
And I grew up from CB, and I got so interested in it that I thought there's got to be something better than this, and I
We used to do what they call sideband on the old AMs back in the day.
that's it, upper sideband and lower sideband. You still do. But I decided to grow up, and I became a licensed amateur, so I can broadcast all over the world with up to 1 kilowatt, mate.
I gave it up when they went FM only. We were only allowed to have FM, not AM rigs.
Everybody gave it up. Everybody gave it up when it went legal. That was the whole point of making it legal.
Yeah.
So,
massive whip antenna on top of my fucking Capri.
yeah, but the point is, right, that nobody can really no country can really lecture us about the Falklands, because no country themselves is innocent. And like I say, 150 years, I think it's longer than 150 years now. I think it was 150 years in 1980, which makes it nearly 200 years. Mickey, how long have the Falklands been British, please? I know there's been a bit of to and froing. If I remember rightly, I'm not Googling this, but if I remember rightly, the Falklands were owned by Britain first, and then by Argentina for a little while, and then by Britain again, and then by Spain. I think they've changed hands a few times, but I think for the last 200 years, the Falkland Islands have been British. And one of the great things about British, this is why we lost our empire, one of the great things about being British is we do believe in self-determination. Yes, we had the world's greatest empire, but they left us all one by one, like India, the jewel in the crown. I think India became independent about 1930-something. Self-determination. India wanted to be independent.
Britain's presence in the Falklands dates back to 1690.
There you go, nearly 400 years. Yes, it is fair ownership. Geographical ownership. That's like Greenland claiming Iceland's theirs because they're next door. How far is Greenland away from Iceland long tour? Out of curiosity. I bet it's less than 200 miles.
It says, over the years, the British, French and Spanish periodically had garrisons within the islands until 1811, when all were withdrawn.
209 years then, Mickey. No, 211 years.
Yeah.
Right. So you say that Argentina should have the Falklands because they're near. Well, I say Greenland should own Iceland because it's near. And I bet you Greenland's nearer to Iceland than Argentina is to Falklands.
It says, on 6th of October 1832, an Argentine military garrison arrived in an attempt to establish sovereignty over the Falklands, disregarding the British claim as 67 years prior to that. Less than 3 months later, on 2nd of January 1833, the Royal Navy evicted them. So it ain't the first time we chucked them off there then. The civilian population who had sought permission from Britain to live there were invited to stay. So we've been there, since 1833 as a permanent thing. But we were first there in 1690.
I didn't realise we owned Iceland. Did we own Iceland? I don't think we owned Iceland. Did we own Iceland?
That was the Vikings, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the Vikings. I don't think we ever owned Iceland.
And what I was just quoting from was from the Falkland Islands government's website.
Yeah, so they've been British for... we've been British for it's been British for 200 years. So it's the people. It's self-determination. It's a key principle of any democracy. Yeah, but did he take it?
No.
No. Did he take it? No.
Yeah, by the Danish king, exactly.
By the Danish king.
By the
But a Danish
Vikings.
king. So I'm sorry.
As part
Yes,
of the
I think it's fair. I think it's absolutely fair that the Falkland Islands are British. They've been British for 211 years, and I think in anyone's book that's a rightful claim.
Hello,
If-
Eris the cat goddess.
If Eric, yes, I know who she is. I know who actually Eris the cat god is. Como esta, mi amigo? Ah, you see, I know exactly who she is. I know exactly who she is.
No, we don't want to own Iceland now. We don't want, no.
No, we don't want to. We don't.
Mate, we're trying to get rid of fucking Scotland, but they keep hanging on.
Yes, I know exactly who Eris the cat god is.
I'm sure she's been on here before.
Yeah, no. When she's on Twitch, she wears a hat with a cat on it. She wears a cat on
Ah,
it.
that's the one, yeah. Yeah, the cat
She's
lady. Yeah.
Spanish, living in not Brazil, the next country down from Brazil.
Argentina.
No, not Argentina. No.
Chile.
She helps me with my. She helps me with my. She helps me with my shit Spanish. Don't you, Eric? Mi español es malo. She helps with my shit Spanish, so I speak a little Spanish, and she.
I can speak Spanish. Enchiladas.
Yeah, how shit it is. So, yeah. So I know who she is. It's nice to see you. I haven't actually, since, I'll be honest, I do know her name, but I can't remember it. I'll be honest, Eris, since, Reddit fucked up Arpan, 2 months ago, I haven't seen a single stream of yours, and I do look for them, and I haven't seen a single stream of yours, so I'm not sure what's happening. We were broadcasting on Reddit tonight. I stopped broadcasting on Reddit about an hour ago when my machine crashed, and I couldn't be bothered to put it back on again. But yeah, I do know exactly who you are. But I haven't seen any of your streams just lately. It's a pity because I quite enjoyed them. Right. Tracy, those two videos are uploaded and published. Oh, okay. I might have you confused then. Sorry. Okay, I think you have me confused. I stream as a VTube cat and my wizard friend, and I do a call-in game show on Twitch and Reddit. I'm not Spanish. All right. Okay. I had chemotherapy 2 days ago. I'm so fucking confused that I've broken my Gmail, I've broken my BBS, and I broke Reddit earlier, and I sent Mickey the wrong T-shirt. It's either that or it's early onset dementia.
Yeah, probably a bit of both.
Yeah. But I know Eris the cat goddess. I know. I've seen you stream. I know I have. Yeah, so I know I have.
It's called
she does.
Talk
She
to
does.
the Wizard and Eris.
Yeah, that's Tracy. She's been on vacation, on holiday. She's been on vacation, on holiday. Just to come back to you, Long Tour, you're very down on this, you know. And I'll tell you, yes, we've had probably the worst history of all the countries in the entire world. But that's history, and I'm not going to apologise for our past. I wasn't there. I couldn't do anything about it. So, you know, shit happens. Get over it. Mickey, you got a question now?
How's the crossroads? Absolutely excellent. Well, actually, best pal, you can blame Tracy because normally I'm not here on a Saturday. I'm out on my corner, as you know, but she's not here, so Steve's dragged me in. So none of it this week. So there we go.
Yeah, no, I will raid you when we if you go online before we end the stream, and I'm going to be. It's now just gone midnight 30 here,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
I'm going to. It's just midnight 30 here. I'm going to end the stream in
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
15 minutes.
All right. So if you go live, Eris, I will. I've got your. I just got to go back to. I've just got to go back to my my inbox. Go back to my inbox. Hang on. Yep. If you go live in the next 10 minutes, I will raid you. All right, with my 9 viewers. There you go. Look, got hydrate.
Oh my God.
So I take it it's the stream that needs to be the stream. Yeah, I know. Talk to the Wizard. Yeah, is that the one
Yeah.
that we'll be streaming from? Eris,
Yeah.
it's not showing up there.
Well, it won't do because you can't put a link in, can she?
No. But is it talk to the just to confirm it? Is it talk to the net? Talk to the Wizard and Eris. So is that the stream? That's the question. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, if you go live in the next 10 minutes, like I say, in 10 minutes' time, I'm ending the stream. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. I will raid you. I will quite happily raid you. So let's set that up now in my stream manager. We're ready for a raid. A channel, pick a channel to raid. There we go. You're not online at the moment, so I can't raid you. No results found. Oh dear. As soon as you go on live, I'll try and raid you. I'll try. Oh, 90 minutes. I'm gonna be longer. It's 25 to 1 in the morning here. So oh, I'm sorry. We won't. I won't be raiding you. I'd love to, but it's 20. You know, it's a bit late here. I'm not going to stay around for another 90 minutes.
I should be off in about 10.
Yeah. I should definitely not be around, but otherwise, I have followed your channel so that I get notified when you're on. I have followed you, and I do get notified when you're on. And it's always when I'm in bed. So I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would happily raid you. But I will raid tonight. I will raid somebody at the end of the stream. I've only got 2 channels on, so I don't know who to raid, but I'll raid one of them just because I can, because they're nice. So so it's one of those things, right? Yeah, I'd love to give you a hand, but I'm sorry, I'm not staying on to 9 o'clock. But like I said, Tracy has been on holiday this week, or a vacation, you want to call it, and so she's not. She's a bit of a cheapskate, and she hasn't got a decent phone, so she couldn't use Skype on her phone to stay in contact with us. But when Mickey goes away, he will have Skype on his phone.
Yep.
And if I should ever go away, I think I can stream on Twitch via Restream.
Yeah.
Not on via Restream, which means I can use my phone to bring in Mickey. In fact, I can probably stream Mickey and Tracy while I'm on holiday. However, if I do that, I might end up wearing my testicles as earrings. I think if I start streaming at night when I'm on holiday, the missus might kill me.
I think you might be right.
So I think maybe you joining us on your holidays, Mickey, may not be a good idea.
Yes, I can do that.
You can do that, yeah? Okay, all
Yeah.
right. I can't. I can't. I can't. Unfortunately, I can't.
I'll just give her another glass of wine, sit her in the corner, and then away we go, you see. Huh? And when I pick myself up off the floor with the black eye, I'm going to one of the Greek islands called Kos, but I'm not going till June next year now.
Yeah, hang on. Tracy, I can actually report Michael Bukaki, but I don't know what to report him for. I'll tell you the options I've got. VOD or highlight, clip, chat messages, whispers, username, user, or off Twitch behaviour. That's what it is, it's a holiday. I don't know what
It's a
else would you call
holiday.
it?
Vacation.
Holiday.
It's a holiday to us, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The holiday. Christmas is the holiday as well. A holiday is Easter is a holiday. You just make it complicated, you Americans, right? I mean, you use so many words, right? Oh, look, it's the Easter holidays, I'm going on vacation. We just say, it's Easter, we're going on holiday. Everybody knows what I mean, don't they, Mickey?
Yeah. What am I doing the rest of my night? Well, I'll probably go out on my corner.
I'm going to go in 5 minutes. I've got a peppered steak slice in the fridge.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to eat that.
Was it a Ginster? Is it a Ginsters?
No, it's a Tesco own brand one.
Oh, fuck me. You need a Ginsters, mate.
No, Tesco own brand ones are all right.
Are they?
Tracy, you still there?
Out on a piss at 1 o'clock in the morning? You having a fucking laugh, best pal? Well, me, no.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I understand why. Yeah, you're right. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, we did. You're right. We did. But like I said, I banned him, so don't know.
He'll be back fucking Monday with a new name.
No, I don't know. I don't know if we ban somebody, whether we ban them from chat or ban them from following. So I don't know. I'm just looking at options. I wonder if it was Jeff Dahmer.
I'd add him to your fucking block list as well, to be fair, because he came in.
He came at the same time, yeah.
He just subbed and didn't say anything, do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
The best pal timed out Rainbow Beach. How unladylike. I can't believe you used that to time out Rainbow Beach. For 7 minutes, she would have been spitting feathers. She would have been spitting feathers, so. Right guys, we're going in about 3 minutes. The choices I've got are Mac Money 89, who's got 3 viewers, and Anime King 0405, who's got 2 viewers. Which one do we raid? Money Mac 89 is playing Dead by Daylight, and Anime King 0405 is playing Fortnite. So let's see if who we're gonna raid there. Okay, let's I'll give that. I've never thought of that. Hang on. Right. Okay. You want us to raid Amaranth, yeah? Okay. We'll set up to start the raid. So you reckon people will see us, do you? Okay. I'll tiny little raid. All right. I'll tiny little raid. Okay. We'll do that. Right. We've got 12 viewers. We've look at that. Now we're going. We've got 12.
Now we're
viewers.
going
Right.
home. Yeah.
I'm going to say goodbye, guys. So it's goodbye from me. We've been on a long time tonight.
We have.
I'll leave it up to you, Mickey, and I'm going to raid Amaruth, who is a semi-naked female.
Well, good night, folks.
Yeah,
Stay
look,
safe.
Nicky's getting all excited.
Keep your family safe. No, I'm switching off, mate. I'm
I'm
away from
switching
my
off as
bed.
well. Right, I'll be back on Monday, and Tracy will be back on Monday. Right, I'm going to start the raid.
Off we jolly well go.
Yeah, off we do 8 seconds. Oh, only 4 viewers are raiding. 6 viewers. 5 viewers. 1 second, and we're ready to raid now. So, bye.
And there we was gone.
I think so. Hang on, just double check.
Gone to Amaranth's channel.
Oh,
That's where you're raiding Amaranth. I've turned it off.
I wasn't really looking, to be honest.
Oh, pardon me.
No, we're still on. We're still on.